All right, good morning, class. I hope you had a great night. Hope you got work in. All right, so last class we went over different, elements of Greek theater, what made it unique, a little bit more about it, in which you had to compare it with modern day theater. But today we're going to be focusing even more on the Greek aspect, and we're going to be talking about the Greek gods. So they had a very important role in Greek theater because, as I said yesterday, Greek theater was only a way of, serving or celebrating Dionysus, who was the god of partying. It was showing honor to him. But a lot of the plays themselves, especially the tragedies, had to do with man's relationship with the gods, right? Or our fraught, like our not very stable relationship with the gods, that they had such an impact on people's lives and they were blamed for everything. So considering that, we could jump right into the PowerPoint. I'll be splitting this up into two lessons because there are many, many, many Greek gods, and I really want to give each one of them the time they deserve. So, first and second slide are just introducing the PowerPoint. But if you go to the third slide, I guess we can start off with the second. So, there were 12 Olympians, right? There were the 12 main gods of the Greek pantheon, of the Greek mythology. They lived on Mount Olympus, which is actually a real place in Greece. Although, if you were to ever go to Greece and go up the mountain, I doubt you'll find any gods there, but that was just kind of the rumor at the time. So, in addition to 12 other gods, right, instead of 12 main gods, there are some lesser gods, kind of background characters. There are some demigods, right, people that are born of a god and a human. So, eventually the Romans would come in, right, and they would conquer and they would make their own gods, but they were the same thing, just different names. So the 12 main Olympians were Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Ares, Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Hermes, either Hestia or Dionysus, and sometimes Hades and Persephone were included. So, big list. We'll cover 6 of those today. I think we're going to stop at after we do Artemis. All right. So Zeus, he is, as everyone knows, the king of the gods, right? He controls the sky, thunder, lightning. He is the son of the Titan Cronus. So before the gods in the Greek mythology came in, the Titans used to rule the world. And there was a huge battle between Zeus and some of his sons, daughters, other Greek gods, and they ended up winning. His symbol is the thunderbolt. And he's the only god I have a second slide for because there's a lot to talk about with Zeus. He was married to Hera, who we're about to go over. She's the queen of the gods. But he had relationships with several other women, both goddesses and mortals. He got around. He actually is the father of so many gods. The father of Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hermes, Hercules. I'm pretty sure he has something to do with Medusa as well. But so he was a very, promiscuous individual, but he remains to be the king of the Greek gods. Second is Hera. She's the queen of the gods. She's the goddess of marriage and family. In a lot of stories and a lot of plays where Hera is involved, she is shown as Zeus's jealous lover, right? Or jealous wife who is upset with him for, spending time with another girl or cheating on her. She's the mother of Ares, Hephaestus, and a few more. Her symbol is a peacock, right? Like the animal. Next, we have Poseidon. He is the god of the sea, and he is Zeus's brother. His powers are said to include to cause earthquakes. He controls the sea, the animals of the sea, and he carries a trident with him, which is a 3-pronged spear. And his symbols are either a trident or a horse. So, a little background information that once the gods defeated the Titans, it is actually said that Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus were all okay, who gets to be the head honcho? Who gets to be the king of the gods? And so they played a game where each of them had a straw. They put it randomly inside someone's hands, and they kind of randomly picked a straw, and whoever had the longest straw would be the king of the gods. Whoever had the second longest straw be king of the sea, and whoever had the third, like the shortest straw, would have to deal with the underworld. So that's why you have Zeus as the king, Poseidon as the god of the sea, and Hades as the king of the underworld, right? Which is probably not the nicest place to be in, but. So next we have Demeter, the goddess of harvest, agriculture, sacred law, and fertility. So she is the goddess of, essentially plants and life and things growing, right? Crops, healthy animals, healthy land. She is Zeus's sister, the mother of Persephone, and her Roman name is Ceres. And her symbol can be cornucopia, right? So that little, almost like horn-like basket that you see around Thanksgiving time, or wheat could be her symbol. Next we have Athena. She's the goddess of wisdom, courage, and more. She's the patron goddess of the city of Athens, right? So Athena, Athens, makes sense, comes from her name. So the goddess of wisdom, courage, war is considered one of her domains too. And her symbol is the owl, right? The owl is also, I think, still a symbol of wisdom. Next, you have Apollo. He is commonly known as the god of the sun, but he is the god of light, music, poetry, medicine, a lot more. He's the son of Zeus and Leto, who is not Hera. So Zeus is with another woman. His twin brother is Artemis, or no, he's the twin brother of Artemis. Artemis is a female god. He is the leader of the Muses, which are the spirits of the Greek mythology that inspire writers, they inspire artists. And his name is actually the exact same in Greek and Roman mythology. And his symbol is a lyre, which is the instrument that he's holding on the PowerPoint, and the sun. Next, you have Artemis, who is the twin sister of Apollo. She is the goddess of the hunt, which means she is the goddess of people like hunting, and not like with rifles, but with bows and arrows, spears. She's the god of wild animals, like just wilderness in general, childbirth. She is the daughter of Zeus and Leto, and she's the twin sister of Apollo, like I said. She's depicted carrying a bow and an arrow, and just like the picture in the PowerPoint, she does have like a pet stag, like a pet deer that lives in the woods. And it is like a very, very sacred deer. And there actually is a story about a hero that accidentally kills it. We might be able to go over that at some point. Her symbols are the moon, right? So if Apollo is the sun, she is the moon. Bows and arrows are also her signatures. So for the assignment that I have planned for us, it should be a fun one. Let me go back and check to see what the instructions are so I can explain it a little bit better. So for this assignment, give me a second. We will be okay. So we are going to be that's cool. We're going to be writing a short letter to one of these gods. So out of the 6 options that we have, you're going to pick your favorite one, right? Do a tiny bit of research on them, right? So the information that I have on the PowerPoints is very basic. So I want you just to like look up a little bit about them. And I want you to give me like a little paragraph talking about some of the things that you like about them, right? So do you think that their power is cool? Do you think that that they're important, right? So if you consider, Athena, you could say like, without you, there wouldn't be any wisdom or people thinking. So you can talk about what you appreciate about them, but I also want you to ask at least 2 questions of things that you would like to know about them personally. So the assignment is you are going to write a letter to your favorite god, whichever one that you choose, and talk a little bit about things that you appreciate or that you like about them. They're pretty simple. and also ask me 2 questions that you would like to know personally. But you're writing it as if you're talking to the gods themselves. So not here's a letter to. No, just say like, dear Ares, dear Zeus. Okay. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day at school, so to speak. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Thank you.